afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching me from. You're welcome to another episode, right? Okay, let me set up my laptop. Welcome, guys. Who is in the building? Who is in the building? Who is live with me? Who is in the building? Who is live with me? Who is in the building? All right, thank you guys. It's yet another evening. Good evening, and thank you guys for joining me again. Wherever you're watching me from, you're welcome. Okay, so today, please, as soon as you join, let me know where you're joining me from, and let me also, know what time it is in your area. Okay, I'm streaming from Lagos, Nigeria, and this is about 8:25 p.m. Right? So, today we'll be talking about a lot. And before we go ahead, you see this dress. Yeah. So, I just uploaded the video this evening. So please do well to watch it. Okay? So please do well to watch the video. All right. So now we've been talking about, digitalizing our business. Now I want to move it to another phase. So if we've been talking about digitalizing our business and our business is not registered, there's going to be a lot of issues. I've mentioned here sometime that there's a particular person, okay, she has been running her business for some years, and when it was time for her to, you know, register her business, she now discovered that she cannot use that name any longer. Someone else is already using it. So that is why it is very important, as soon as you start transacting. Thank you for joining. Please let me know where you're watching me from, and don't fail to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. So as soon as you start transacting business with people, and you have one or two clients, do well to register your business. Is very important. So when we are talking about digitalization and social media presence for your business, not necessarily you just going to social media, opening social media, what's it called now, taking your business. Before you do all that, before you start spreading your business abroad, do well to register it first. Very, very important. Very, very important. No, you can leave it that way. Very, very important. So what else am I trying to say? I'm trying to say, so that we will not know you as Dopa, and tomorrow you will tell us you no longer bear the name Dopa, that you're now bearing TSK, because you went to register and somebody has already taken the name. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching me from. Please do well to hit the like button. Thank you so much. Please do well to hit the like button. Thumbs up, and let me know where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. So you are all welcome once again. Now, we talked about online presence yesterday, and today I want to take it to another aspect. Now, bringing up your business online, or showing up online, on having an online presence, does not only mean you opening a Facebook account, Instagram account, TikTok, YouTube, every social media platform, you go ahead to open up, you know, an account with them. But the most important thing there is for you, not only opening, for you to engage with your followers or subscribers. There must be a connection. Do you understand? There must be a connection. You don't just open it and let it be. There must be a connection. And it is only when that there's connection, that is when you see that your business page or your whatever page that you have opened begin to thrive. There must be an engagement. If you open a social media, like for instance, you open an Instagram page for your business and you are not posting, either on story, either on reels, either long form video, whatever, if you are not posting, the page will just be there. So even just like on YouTube, the page will just be there, and YouTube will not recommend, even if you have one or two, YouTube will not, because nothing is happening there. That place is as good as dormant. And you know what happens to dormant accounts sometimes? Sometimes you wake up, you start looking for the channel, you won't see it again. So it's not only opening or registering your business and getting to have an online presence. You have to engage your followers, you have to engage your subscribers, and you have to engage them by posting, by coming up live, by talking to them, by making short form, long form videos, shorts, and all that. So there are some things we also talked about, okay? And basically, like I said, we talked about online presence, and I'm taking it to the next, I'm taking it a step further. So, but for today, I don't know what, if you can share with us some of the challenges that you've had having an online presence. Thank you for the like. Thank you so much. Whatever challenge or challenges that you've been having as regards, coming up live, can you share with us in the comment section? Or something that you felt was like a barrier to you, and at the long run you overcame it, you can also share with us in the comment section. Now, one of the things for me that I saw as an hindrance, or that was like a challenge to me when I was trying to put up a social media presence was, should I tell you? You need to watch the first live I did, as if someone was at my back. If you don't do it, I'm going to flog you. I'm a very shy person. I can speak behind the scene when my face is not showing. That is why I said to some people, see, you see this YouTube channel, you can start it though. So if you are the shy type like me, that you don't like, putting out your face out there are so many faceless channels that you can, I will come back to that. There are so many channels, like faceless channels, so many things that you can talk about, and your face will not be out there. So one of the challenges I had was, at some point, because I do sewing tutorials, and for sewing tutorials, there's no need, I don't need to put my face. So I just had to do, the most important thing is that whatever I am teaching, people are able to grab it and pick, the measurements and every other thing that I'm doing. But so it got to a point, I need to put a face to Dopa, just like you're watching me now. Okay? So there needs to be a face that is attached to that name. And it gets to some point that when people are not seeing that face, sometimes there's a disconnect. I'm not saying all the time, sometimes there's a disconnect. So at some point, I had to put out my face, and I think that was the first time I went live. That should be like 2 years back. Yes, that should be like 2 years back. And I think it was okay, it was before my birthday. It was 2 years back. So it was like 2 a.m. It was like 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. in the morning. I just make sure that all my kids has gone to bed. My kids have gone to bed, so there will be no distraction. So, and I just quickly came out. Then I had like 50 something subscribers. And on YouTube, you need to have at least 50 subscribers before you can go on live. You can go on live with your mobile phone or whatever. So then I just crossed 50. So there was a push for me to go live. And I was like, I don't have time for all this. If you know me very well, I'm this kind of person. I don't have time for, but I just had to. And from that moment, it became something like, if you ask me, I'll just say, is it not just to set your ring light, set your camera and start talking and start, interacting with people? Okay, so that was one of the challenges I had, putting out my face there. But at some point, I don't know how it happened, but at least I'm talking to you today. So apparently, if you are that type that you don't want to put out your face, you can easily go ahead and do something faceless. So what else am I trying to say? Now, I was saying that not necessarily just having an online presence. Please do well to give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining from the comment section. Yeah, please, let's keep the comments coming. Let's keep them coming. Sorry if you see me looking this way, I'm actually checking on my laptop. So not necessarily just having a social media or online presence. There should be a connect between you and your followers. Now, what are those things that you're even putting out? Now that you have an online presence, what are the things that you are putting out? Value need to be attached to it. Now, if you are actually into, I always like using fashion for an example, because I'm into fashion and designing, and I do sewing tutorials on YouTube. Now, if I'm into this and at some point I begin to talk about baby milk, you can see that I'm deviating. So people that actually subscribe to my channel, they subscribe because they know I'm into fashion and designing. And all of a sudden, I am telling them how to make baby milk, or how to make liquid soap, or how to make something totally different from what. So you need to be on point and in line with. Or have you seen someone, just like my name is Dopa Apparel? When you hear apparel, it's anything that has to do with clothing. Okay, either I'm the one manufacturing it, or I buy already made and sell. You just know that anything apparel has to do with clothes. And when you now click on the name Dopa Apparel, and you now get to my Instagram page, the next thing you'll be seeing is all the things I'm selling is alcohol. The name, the name and whatever I have is not, there's no connection. So, however, whatever thing you have made up your mind to do, whatever business or business name that you're about to choose or you're about to register, there should be a connection between what you are doing and what you are giving out. Okay, so even if you decide to set up a YouTube channel today, whatever you are doing on your YouTube channel should be consistent. Do you understand? It should be consistent. So when you are into, for instance, how to make, you're into, what's it called now? Maybe you're a chef, and your channel is all about cooking and cooking, and at some point you start deviating. We talked about niching around, okay? So a chef can also show us where he or she is in the market trying to purchase the food items, right? So a chef can also show us all that. That is niching around. But when the chef starts showing us maybe daily life, is going to buy clothes or is going to buy something totally different from, so you see that the person is moving out. So you have to give value as regards what you have, you know, started off the channel with. So that is why you need to think very well, what exactly do I want to do? What I have another channel, I have another YouTube channel. You'll be shocked what I do in the other channel, totally different. So what exactly do I want to achieve? What exactly do I want to do? What exactly do I have passion for? Or even if you don't have passion for it, it's something you just want to do for, you know, now. So but at the end of the day, when it looks as if it's not adding up, something should be the driving force that will still be pushing you, you know, to continue. Something should still be the driving force. So some people will say that is where passion comes in, that even if it's not working out, because you have passion for it, you continue to forge ahead. So apparently, yes, you need to have passion for what you do. Now, and I want to also ask a question. Does it mean that there are some people that they don't have passion for what they are doing? They're just there for the money. The answer is yes. We've seen a lot of people, I'm not coming for the teachers, but we've seen a lot of people that are in the teaching space, and the reason why they are there is just because probably that is the easiest they could get. There is no job and all that. And you know, sometimes when they react to kids, when they react to certain issues, you will just understand that these ones are just there to, you know, make ends meet. They're just there to collect the salary, and not necessarily that they have passion or they even have an idea of what they are into. So you don't have to be that kind of person. You have to be someone that your audience will be able to connect with you. Now, sometimes you might be very busy that you can't post. That is when that is when you know you can throw in more shorts, reels, short 1 minute something that, you know, just to keep your channel, or just to keep your space, or just to keep your Instagram or Facebook, whichever accounts, just to keep it busy. Okay, so you need to upload from time to time, even if it's um even if it's once a week, even if it's twice a week. We have people that post every day. For men, it all depends on the kind of niche that you're working on. So that is that. Now, I also want to talk about I want to talk about success. Now, I want to open a YouTube channel. I want to open a YouTube channel. I want to open a YouTube channel. And all of a sudden, you open this channel and you now discover that you slept and woke up and you saw a video you just posted just last night. By the time you wake up in the morning to check your channel, you are seeing 1 million views. Eh? How? You look at it again, 1 million views. From where? You go to your subscriber count. Maybe you used to have 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, and you discover that your subscribers count has reached 5,000. How? So now, that is to say you have moved from 2,000 subscriber count to 5,000, and the views that you have on that particular video has moved from maybe the regular 100 or 200, 300 you used to have to 1 million view. So what next? What next? So that is why you need to plan yourself ahead, because now you now have 5,000 people waiting for you to continue to give them that thing that they saw and they clicked subscribe. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's at that point, you get to understand that it's not just opening a YouTube channel and just, you have to prepare. Peradventure, emergency success, let me just put it that word, you know, emergency success, something you, because like I've mentioned on this channel before, it was even a particular video that I made when I was not even feeling too well. That is a particular video that is my most watched on my channel. Just go through my channel, you see it either 9 months ago or 10 months ago or thereabout, or a year ago. That is my most viewed video. So sometimes you never can tell. You just wake up and you see. So you need to prepare for success. You need to prepare. So because when you now wake up and you see 5,000 subscribers from 2,000, that is to say 5,000 people are waiting for you. They're just waiting for you. So, and if you are not able to sustain them, that is where the law of diminishing returns begins to happen. It begins to diminish again. Okay? So, but the moment you see that, oh, because you are prepared for it, and because you are prepared for it, sorry, I'm using my laptop here. So because you are prepared for it, okay, you know, you continue to give out. You continue to give out. You continue to give out because you are prepared for it and you have enough backup before that success came. Thank you for joining. Please do well to hit the like button. Thank you for joining, and let me know where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. So you have to prepare for that success so that when the success comes, it will not be like a surprise to you, or you start running helter skelter. I don't know what to do. What next? What should I do next? That is when everybody begins to advise you, and you might end up not, you know, doing the right thing. Okay, so let me change something. My lightning, let me see. Is this better? Okay, so we need to understand that success comes. It might be delayed, it might also come faster. That is how YouTube works. So let's try and see what we can get. Okay, so if you're just joining me, let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Sorry, when you see me watching this way, I'm actually trying to pick up something from my laptop. Okay. All right, so now let's continue. We're talking about some of the challenges that we face, okay? Some of the challenges that we feel that is making us not to, you know, have an online presence. And I also failed to mention that now your business having an online presence. Now, sometimes you don't necessarily be the one creating all this content. Yes, some business have grown. They've grown to the extent that, you know, they can do these things on their own. I mean, they can do these things employing someone. Sorry, please. Trying to check something. They can do it employing someone. So if you feel that it's stressful for you, I can't do it, it's a lot of stress, why not go ahead and employ someone to do it for you? Now, I have an advice. You need to be very careful. Okay, so because you need to distinguish whatever instruments or gadgets that you are using for your social media, especially when you are employing somebody. Now, something happened. I saw that video on Instagram. Something happened. So, a lady employed a guy just 2 weeks into employment. So, the guy is supposed to be managing all her social media handles, doing all the posting, all the contents, and all that. So, when they are done with their videos, the guy will use the boss's phone to edit everything, edit and start posting for the company. That is basically what the guy does for the company. So gave this guy I'm so sorry about that. She actually gave the guy her phone. So excuse me, because they've been together for 2 weeks, so you just give the guy. So she said one day she now noticed that her money was missing, and from her bank account, I think about 1 million. But on her phone there was no debit alert. So there she goes again. 2 million on her phone, there was no debit alert. So she was now accusing the bank, like seriously. In fact, she went online. That is why we need to be very careful. This social media thing, we need to be very careful. Before you come out to put out any information, be very sure that that information is correct. Before I go back to that lady, for those of us that are into sewing niche, I mentioned something yesterday that when you come up on a YouTube channel, you want to learn a particular style from a particular YouTuber. Be very careful the people that you subscribe to their channel and you listen to their videos, because I have been a victim where I wanted to make a particular style. It's a very simple style, but because of the details that I'm seeing on that dress, so I had to go and look for a video. So when I now saw that video and I followed it step by step, that is when I was still doing amateur. I was following it step by step, and at the end of the day, I had to go and buy the material for the customer and make another clothes. So we need to be careful. The things the informations we get online, and we need to sieve them. So this lady went online. She was dragging that particular bank, and after dragging them for days, before she now discovered that it was the guy she just employed as a social media, what do they call the manager, that on the process of using her phone to edit, using her phone to post all their social media platforms, that is when the guy was using the opportunity to transfer her money out from her account, and the guy will delete every debit alert. So she wasn't seeing any debit alert. She just know that her balance reduced, and she went to the bank, and the bank was like, "You did a transfer." "No, I did not do any transfer. They must give me my money. They don't give me my money," and all that. And she came online and she was dragging the bank. Now, if that bank wants to get back to her now that she has discovered that it's somebody under her nose that is transferring those money, do you think that she will come out of it easily? So what am I trying to say? Peradventure, you don't have the time of putting out content, okay? You don't have the time of making videos, editing, and all that. The next thing that you can do for yourself is this: do well to employ somebody. And when you employ somebody, don't fail to separate your personal gadgets from work gadgets. Now, if you have a social media manager, do well to get that person a laptop, a phone, a camera, whatever they need to do the shooting, the editing, everything. Let it be totally different from your personal gadgets. Okay, so you can see that there's no excuse for you not coming online or having an online presence for your business. Now, let's also talk about, hmm, see, we've been talking about, business the next level, having a social media, having an online presence and all that. See, currently, 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 as we speak, so many things has changed. This is not the era of, this is not the era of, this is not the era of, um, how will I go about it? How will I do it? How will I do that? Will you be asking such kind of question? How will I do it? I don't know how to go about it. There are so many videos on YouTube. This YouTube that you're using to watch me now. There are so many videos there that you can use, okay? That you can use to achieve whatever thing that you want to achieve. So do well to always go online and get information, okay? Do well to always go online. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining me from, and please do well to hit the like button. Do well to get your informations right. Do well to always get your information. And how do you get your information? So many, you know, so many search engines we have now. In fact, AI has simplified everything. I've seen a lot of people that, but one thing I keep telling people, sometimes when you get information from AI, do well to also, you know, do well to also modify. Don't be a copy and paste. It's just giving you an idea, okay? It's just giving you an idea. So do well to always modify. When you modify, okay, that is, you are trying to narrow it down to your own tone, to your own idea. Just try and be creative, okay? Just try and be creative. So now, when you go to GPT or any other tool, AI tool that you use, okay, make sure to give the right prompt. Make sure to give the right prompt. If you don't give the right prompt, you will not get the right answer to whatever you are searching for. And when I mean giving the right prompt, you need to be detailed enough. Don't just say a man coming down from the car and going towards Lagos. Okay, you can say a tall and a tall, lanky, dark in complexion man coming down from a Toyota Camry. You can even give model, whether 2020 or 2026, from, okay, facing towards, just give something detailed, and you will see that you will have, you will have a very good outcome. But if you are not detailed, you just do something shabby, okay, AI will just give you same prompt that way. So you have to be very detailed when you are giving out information to AI to help you expound. Now, as a fashion designer, there are so many things, I need to put in place since I'm talking about digitalizing my business, there are so many things I can, actually say, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Like I told you, it's part of our New Year resolution in Dopa Apparel. And I'm waiting for you to share yours with me in the comment section. So, part of the things that we've agreed on. So, like I said, the app that we usually use to make our invoice, we had to change it yesterday, okay, to a new one. Although we are starting officially on Monday, but we issued out some invoices yesterday and we actually changed the app that we are using. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching me from, please. I'm waiting in the comment section. So, what we did was to look for another app, like an upgrade, if you understand, like an upgrade. The one we are using before is actually okay, but this one we are using now is a bit advanced to the one we are using before. So that is why I said there need to be changes here and there need to be changes. So you need to also look out for some of the things that you have been doing before, and you weigh it to what you are currently doing, and see if if there are ways where you need to adjust one or two. And if there are things you need to adjust, sorry, my laptop, and if there are things that you need to adjust, you quickly do well to adjust them. Okay, so the way businesses were the way we transact businesses years back is not the same way that businesses are being done now. They are totally different. I remember way back when I was in primary school. I don't think when did the computer even when did we start using computer in this? Can't even remember now, but I know there was a particular time when it's just few households that has computer. When I mean computer, not laptop, the box kind of computer. Now there was a particular time too when it's just few households that has this telephone, the table phone. Telephone, when I mean telephone is that type that has is heavy, not like the flexible ones that we have now. So you will see that then it wasn't rampant, it wasn't something common. But now I doubt there's a house you will enter that you will not see, even if you don't see a laptop, okay, you will see an Android phone. If you don't see an iPhone, you will see an Android phone. So that is to say, virtually everybody has access to um virtually everybody has access to data, online, getting information here and there. I also remembered when a particular the first network entered Nigeria, that the first or the second one that entered Nigeria, and then the SIM was so expensive, it was just in the hand of very few. But now, but now, even a little child of 5 has a SIM. In fact, there are some network that when you meet them on the road, they are giving it out for free. They only advise you to go and register it. So now, this is not an era that you say that you lack information or you don't have information within your reach. There is information everywhere. But like I mentioned initially, you have to sieve them to know the kind of information you are getting. Don't go to the wrong source and don't go to the wrong source and go and get wrong information, and you start working on it. Okay, at the end of the day you might not achieve results. So be very sure of your source of information before you start executing. Now, I've said we have so many videos on YouTube that will help you, so many videos on YouTube that will help you achieve whatever thing that you want to do. Now imagine a man marrying a new wife, and the wife doesn't know how to cook, and after maybe 1 year or 2 years, you hear the man saying that he's sending the wife back home because she doesn't know how to cook. hmm. If I come across that woman there, I'm going to flog her blue black, because this is not an era where you will say you don't know how to cook. How? Have you checked out all the cooking channels on YouTube and you still don't know how to cook? Your village people must be after you. That's just on the light note. So what am I trying to say? There's nothing you search for how to make, that you will not see on YouTube. Now, a man is married to a woman that doesn't know how to cook. In this generation, I hardly hear men saying they are sending their wife back because she doesn't know how to cook. Because let's take for instance, I'm from a particular state and I'm married to somebody else from another state, and I don't even know how to cook their major. So, and probably the person I'm married to requests me making that particular meal. What am I supposed to do? Aside, checking out on someone that knows how to make it, maybe a neighbor or a friend, to come and put me through. Let's even assume that there's no one around to put me through. What happens to what happens to YouTube? It's just to get a video. Try it out. By the time you try it out the first time, that is why I said, when you are watching a particular video, always watch people that are details, not people that are just there to drop content and make money and move on. No. There are some people that are, when they want to teach, they teach and make sure you understand. Not fast forward, so you now put it 2 minutes, they will not even tell you 2 minutes later. They'll just say, so you do this, you just follow that process. At the end of the day, when you bring out everything will be a flop. So you have to know the kind of people that you follow. It's not matter of the followership or the number of subscribers. No, there are some people that when they teach you, you would definitely, have a good result when you try yours out. So it will sound so funny now to me. I don't know about you. It will sound so funny for me to hear that someone is sent back home, or someone is sent back to her father or mother's house because she doesn't know how to cook. That shouldn't be because there are so many informations out there. Growing up, there are a lot of things that, we are not, how will I put it now? Growing up, there are a lot of dishes, that I didn't see my mom making. But today I can make them. Not because she later taught me, no, not because she later decided to, but because maybe when I got to school, I had to mingle. Of course, it's not even the food I'm talking about is not even something related to my own culture. Now, let me break it down. There's this delicacy from, what was it called? The people from Delta states in Nigeria. There's this particular food that they have, owo and starch. The first time I ate owo and starch was in school. Growing up, I've never seen my mom cook owo and starch because it's not our thing. So now when you give me owo soup and starch, I can cook it because I had friends then. Okay, I might not cook it the way you understand, because not necessarily that I have, but then I tasted it, I ate it. But now I might not necessarily say, oh, okay, maybe 100% I can make it. But if I pick interest in making it now. Why not? It's just to call a friend or two. Oh, can you put me through the process, even if it's to do a voice note, or so from the voice note and whatever video I have to watch. So you don't have any reason not to get information. That is the whole thing I'm trying to say here. Thank you for joining. Please do well to like the video. So the whole thing I'm trying to say here, that I've been saying here, is a lot of information are out there. So yours is to know what you are doing with your data. Are you getting information with your data, or you are just there arguing online? A cool argument though. All these online in-laws, all these people that knows how to analyze other people's problem. You better know what you are doing with your data in 2026. A lot of people are out there using their data to make money, cashing out. Okay, so that should also be your target. I don't mean that there are no, everybody must not be a content creator, but everybody can still be a content creator. Now, I'm not saying that there are not times when you listen to other things, other news, other, no, but know what you are doing with your data. Now, you want to do a particular thing. Do you have a mentor? Is someone mentoring you? Because whatever thing you need to do, to be sincere to you, you need a mentor. And mentor now, online mentor that I mean now, is not necessarily you reaching out to someone and the person is following you step by step. You might just be committed. For instance, I want to, start a sewing channel. I will just be committed in following Dopa Apparel as she's dishing it out. I will just be looking at the way she's setting her camera, the way she's talking. Her voice is very audible, because if your voice is not audible and your visuals are not clear enough, excuse me, sometimes it pisses people off. So you just be watching the way, she's doing all that. I watched YouTube for some time before I started off my channel. Yes, I watched it for some time before I started off my channel. So you need to, if you want to follow a particular niche, maybe the cooking niche, you need to watch more of cooking niche for a very long time, so that when you are giving out your videos, I'm not saying copy and paste. I'm saying for you to get an idea how it works. You need to get an idea of how it works, so that you can know how to present that value that you want to dish out. Do you understand? Because if you have, one thing is for you to have value, and if you're not dishing it out the right way, OT law. If you have value and you're not dishing it out the right way, people will just, do you understand? But one thing is to have value, another thing is to present it the right way. Okay, so you need to watch more of these channels, and it will help you, it will educate you on how to present yours. Now, you can watch somebody's, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube that I would just like, it's like this person, okay, like in my niche, there was a particular day. I have so many people that I follow on my niche, because I watch both big, bigger, biggest, small, smaller, smallest creators in my niche. I watch them all. So there's this particular day, and I usually set my notification. I mean, how do they call it? So there's this particular day, a particular video dropped from a particular YouTuber on a particular dress. The next day, two other people dropped the same. Then, like after a week or something, another creator dropped that same tutorial. So I was like, and funny enough, they all have views. Funny enough, they all have views. Don't be surprised that somebody will watch the one from Dopa Apparel, the person will go ahead to go and watch from another creator, and at the end of the day the person should be able to pick one person and say, oh, this person explained it the way I was able to understand it. So I was like, what's going on? What's going on? About 5 creators within a week plus. 5 creators that I'm following in my niche, they dropped the same video. So I was like, is there a community? Is there where they're having meeting or something? So that's just by the way. But what I'm trying to say is, in as much as these people drop the same video in different ways within the same period, they had lots of views. So there's a space for you. There's a space for you. There's a space for you. So there's a space for everybody. Until tomorrow, some other people are still dropping, they are still dropping the same video. So I don't know what is stopping you. They are still dropping same video. Who knows if I've already dropped mine too? Who knows if I have dropped mine? Okay, so but the bottom line is this: whichever one you are watching, watch the one or follow the one that knows the way, because some people are just there just to copy and paste. If you ask them the reason why that this particular one is 3 inch and the other one, they don't know. All they know is that they carefully studied everything and they just hijacked it like that and they pasted it. Ask them why this, why that, they don't know. So what am I trying to say? Make sure to get information online, and every information you are getting, sieve it very well so that you will not have a bad outcome. Like I mentioned, it has happened to me. So now another thing I want to talk about is branding. Do you even have a logo? What can I use now? There's a particular logo I will show you now. You already know the product. There's a logo. For instance, if I show you Coca-Cola logo, you already know, oh, this Coca-Cola, they produce this, they produce that, they produce Fanta, they produce this. You already know. So there should be a logo attached to your brand. So when we see that logo, we have not seen your name or just the logo. We know, oh, this is Dopa. Do you understand? So this is Dopa. So, and when we also talk about branding, not when you have a particular, logo or brand in your Facebook page. When we get to your Instagram, we are seeing something different. When we get to your TikTok, we are seeing another logo. No. Whatever logo you have, whatever brand you represent, should be seen across all your social media platforms. It should be seen across all your social media platforms. So one should not be carrying blue color, okay, and the other one will be red, and the other one will be purple. So it needs to be uniformed. And now, branding, packaging, all these things, they work hand in hand. How do you package your products? I've mentioned it before that people will keep complaining that cost of producing all those materials for packaging is so expensive. Oga, add it to the cost of production. Add it to whatever you are doing. Like by next week, or probably this weekend, these clothes will be going out. Okay, so we are done with them, and I don't know why I love this dress. I don't know if you like this dress. The funky dress. So it will be going out now. There will be a Dopa label inside the dress. There will be, we are going to package it inside a transparent nylon. That is for us. We are starting. Then we now have a branded nylon where we put it. So by the time your client is receiving it, the way it's being presented to your client, there's something they used to say in my dialect, that your eyes is going to eat it first before it gets to the mouth. So if the presentation is okay, so when it gets to the mouth, that is when you even have the appetite to put it in your mouth. So when it gets to the mouth, we will know whether it's sweet or not. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, we should not use, because cost of items are very expensive, we will not we will not package our product very well. Now, to the extent of Ijebu Gari, there's what we call Ijebu Gari. If you're not from Nigeria, it's just some people say it's cassava flakes, whatever. So you just pour water, you put your sugar, you put your milk and groundnut, and you begin to drink it just that way. Now, so many people, the way they package it now is not the usual way that you just go to the street and you just buy it like that. It's now being packaged. They sell it in various kind of malls. So if those people can have that mindset of packaging their products that way, there's something they call, hey, I don't know the English name, or maybe somebody can help me in the comment section. Kulinkuli. If you're a Nigerian, kulinkuli is made of groundnuts. I don't know the English name. Now they package it. There's what we call, please if you're a Nigerian, help me in the comment section. There's what they call kokoro. All these funny names growing up. Kokoro, it's made of corn flour. They'll just roll it and it will be something like this, a bit longer, and they'll fry it. Those things, they sell them in the mall now, well packaged and sealed. In fact, when you see them, they are very expensive. Now, growing up as well, there's what they call, I don't know, this coconut candy. Yes, coconut. And they have a lot of sugar around it. But the one they make now, it's like a candy, and it's together this way. But the one I'm seeing now in the mall is like coconut flakes. Yeah, it has a lot of sugar. They used to package it. Then I used to buy it 800 naira per sachet, per, it's in a small what's it called, a small nylon sealed like a ziplock. 800 naira or 750. Then just early this week, was it early this week, on Friday, that I went to the mall, sorry, on Monday this week, I went to the mall to go and get it. I saw 3,450 naira. What I'm telling you, that flake is no more than this size, just a bit. 3,000, and it's not as if it will be filled to the brim. It's just somewhere around here, and it's like a ziplock. 3,000. So if all these people you begin to pick all these local things that we just buy casually. And if they can begin to package it, my friend, why will you not package your business? If the person selling this kokoro that I'm talking about, and the coconut flakes and candy and all that, if they begin to package their product and begin to package their garri and begin to give it a brand name and begin to make it look, how much more you, why won't you, you know package, give your business a good brand and package it very well? Why will you start saying at some point that I just told you now that something I used to buy few years ago, like 2 years back, I used to buy 750, 800. They're now selling it 3,450. So probably the cost of, hi, thank you for joining. Thank you. Let me know where you're watching me from. Apparently, the cost of producing that has gone up. So what do you expect? They should start tying it inside a nylon. Something that they used to package very well. They should start. Please do well to hit the like button. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the comments. So they should start tying it in a nylon because it's now expensive. No. Rather, they will incorporate the cost into the production of what they are doing. And by so doing, what I used to buy, um, what I used to buy, like I said, 750, 800, I'm now buying it at 3,450. Yes, I will still go for it because I love that coconut flakes. So I will not say because they're now selling it 3,450, I will not buy it again. No. Or they will now say they want to be tying it in ordinary nylon so that the price will still be around. No, I won't even buy it because it will no longer be appealing to the eyes. So whichever way you want to package your product, make sure it is appealing to the eyes. Like I said in my dialect, they will say your eyes is going to eat it first. So it needs to be very presentable before it gets to the mouth. Okay? So just know that there's no how you can separate packaging. There's no way you can remove packaging from your business. You must package and package right. Thank you for joining. Please do well to hit the like button and let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know where you're watching me from. Thank you for joining. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. So apparently there's no way you can, have your business grow without without giving it a strong brand. Your brand must be, it must be outstanding. Like I will usually say, so many people are in that particular niche. So many people are, so many people, but your space is still there. So you need to distinguish yourself. Not when others are carrying themselves up. You say you want to bring yourself down so that people will rush you. You'll be cheap. People don't even go for cheap. They know when to go there. They know when to go to the other side. Like I just mentioned now. Okay, now I use this coconut flakes as an example. I still went to one of the markets the day I went to purchase a fabric. So I saw a woman carrying it in a tray. That coconut candy I was telling you about, I was talking about. She was carrying it in a tray and it's open, dust, air, everything. People are talking, that spits. Okay? And don't be surprised, she's selling it maybe 100 naira or 200 the way she portioned it. Did I buy? I did not buy. I would rather go back to the one that is well packaged, cooling off in AC. I would rather go there and buy it, and buy something that is, how will I put it now? Somebody should help me in the comment section. I would rather buy something that, that has that is hygienically kept, that has hygiene, than for me to go and buy something that is cheap, and tomorrow the person will start having stomach pain and all that. So that you are reducing your price, that you are bringing down your price, that you are trying to remove one or two from your brand, that will not make people to rush you. You need to maintain your standard. You need to maintain your standard. Have you ever heard a very big company saying, oh, going forward, bottles, maybe a company that is into producing drinks, going forward, bottles are very expensive, we can't afford it again, we'll be pouring it in a nylon? No. So that is to say, you too, you don't have to get to that point when you begin to, you know, when you begin to, you know, water down the value, water down the brand, water down the standard that you have built over the years. No, don't do that. People will come talk down, people will come to talk you down, people will come to tell you that, no, that woman down the street, she used to make this dress for 5,000. Why are you telling me 30,000? Let her go there and make it now, abi. My own is 30,000 to make this dress for you. 30,000. Then if you have somebody that can make it 3,000 for you, it's fine. You don't need to tell me. You don't need to tell me. But I definitely know that there must be a clear difference. Is it that with the finishing? Is it that with whatever type of fabric? There are so many things you put into consideration. In fact, your source is not my source. The way, okay, let's even assume I'm in band A, I pay a lot. Okay, I'm in band A and I pay a lot, and somebody is in band Z and the person is paying maybe 1 naira per unit and I'm paying 500 naira per unit. Do you expect us to charge the same thing? So sometimes location and some other things really affect price of whatever you are getting. There are some places when you go to the shop space or the workspace, is cheaper than, it's just like on the mainland, people can get shops as low as 300, 500, 600. But on the island, you see people saying their shop is they start calling millions of money. So it all depends. Okay, so apparently I'll be wrapping up in the next 3 minutes. Okay, so I've been here for a while. For the past 1 hour we've been talking. So do well to hit the subscribe button if you're interested in sewing tutorials. That is what I practically do on this channel. And don't forget to also recommend and share our videos to other people that will be interested in watching. Okay, and please, if you're watching me, okay, if this is the kind of content that you want to be receiving, please do well to hit the subscribe button. And but for now, you just help me to like this video. Okay, just give the video a thumbs up. And if you can see what I have at the background, this is what we do. So if you like it, let us know. Okay, so and when you get our channel, we have a lot of sewing tutorials. For this particular dress behind me, I just posted the video this evening. So if it's what you're interested in watching, please do well to check it out in my channel. Thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, every day in January we will try as much as we can to be coming up live, even if it is for 1 hour, so that we can interact with our subscribers. Okay, because I know this year we are going to be very busy. So, and officially we are opening up our store on Monday. Okay, so you can send in your clothes, you can send us a DM, you can send us a DM on Instagram, Facebook, okay, TikTok is still Dopa Apparel, right? So thank you for joining me. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of this live session. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Thank